taking on the Washington Commanders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get it! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Ready?
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Gain of 34 yards. And the Commander is first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
70.
Now Daniels. A short throw there, pulled in by all. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Viking 18. Let go.
Here's Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
2nd and 12.
Ready,
Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And it is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he's up past the 20 at the 22-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown! Kevontae Turpin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ready. 70 Lions.
They go play action. Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Whoa, wow. Nowhere close. That's off to the left and no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Third down and 1.
Yeah! There we go. Prescott
now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Now a shotgun handoff, Blue. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let it go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes.
Ready?
They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Sandler. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Daniel's going to try to sneak, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Commanders have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that did not lose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us
Yeah, right. Too humble.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's late. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
8.
Now Prescott. They'll swing this out to Blue. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Cowboys first down.
They'll run. This is Phil Maffa. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. It's another Cowboys first.
They go again with Blue.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, here we go. Kill. 47, 26.
Here's Prescott.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Get out there. Boy, nice. Kill. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
There we go. Under. Here we go, 47. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Fighting his way through contact. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Finds Pickens out right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now Prescott. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Prescott yet again. Now he's going to step up and run. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Trey Amos. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Makes the score. Commanders 19-7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Y'all can't talk about basic. You better know how to all dangerous. Y'all talk about
and in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Jack Panther.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Check, ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Get it.
Now Daniels. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Straight. That's pretty.
They go play action. Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Go.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On the ready.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Down. Rocco 80. Warrior 70. Let's go.
Here's Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jalen Lane from 10 yards out. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Commanders 33, Cowboys 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Shifts by him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The drive starts with a run by Blue.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw is Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On first down, it's Blue. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now 2nd and 5. Prescott now. And my goodness, another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready. Stretch the eagle.
Now a toss left side for Krosky Merritt. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They tried to get the edge there, no edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to just string a play out all the way to the sideline. And you know what the sideline gives you as a defender? An extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Get it. Cougar 19. No. Get it.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
70 Lions. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward, the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Bring it. Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half,